Hi. Yeah. This is 100 Minutes to Brilliant Blended Meetings, and this is for you. This is for you who's going to have to attend these meetings, whether you're in the room or out of the room. Yeah. No, that's why we're doing this. Yeah. No. It doesn't matter what technology you're using. No, it doesn't matter what technology you're using. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you're present and that you feel connected and that you're part of the meeting. So you're going to be part of this meeting, I promise. And this information is all for you. Okay? I'll talk to you soon. And for a lot of us, this is uncomfortable. For me personally, it takes a lot more energy to stay focused and look at one screen or one camera lens as opposed to looking around the room and connecting with the other people in the room. But that is our job. And one of the ways that this job happens is by having our cameras on. So before you attend a meeting, find out if it's expected that everybody can see you. Because if everybody can see you and your camera needs to be on, you need to know, what is your background look like? What does the sound look like? Where is the light in the room at you coming from? And how do you present yourself in the way that you can really be taken seriously in this room? So if the camera's on, know that that means you get to be on as well as a participant. And even more important, if there are other people in the room and you need to be part of the team of the people that are in the room and the other people on the screen, you want to make sure that you are appearing and showing up as fully engaged so that you can have your voice heard. So if the camera's on, be present. Ready? Joe?
Thank you, Carolyn. You know, it's funny, but I'm going to add to something, which is, as Carolyn said, you got to be present and aware. Well, keep in mind that, and this will creep you out, the people on the monitor, you have no idea which one of them is staring at your bad habit. Just saying. But always look into the camera when you have to speak. If you're asked to say something, look towards the camera. Look at the people in the room, but remember the camera is a person in the room. Make the people you're talking to on camera feel welcomed.
Yeah, Joe, and here's another thing that makes you a really wonderful virtual participant if you're in a blended meeting is, if you're female, you want to put on a little bit of makeup. And I know that this sounds difficult for men too, but if this is being recorded and other people will see you in the meeting, you want to make sure that recordings last forever. You want to make sure that you look the way that you want to be seen, I don't know, in 3 months, in 6 months. Also, choose your wardrobe properly. Don't show up in your pajamas. You guys, we've all seen the video clips of newscasters who stand up and they're wearing shorts. Kind of kills the credibility. So make sure you know what you look like when you're on camera. And the other thing is, Joe was saying, look right at the camera. You want to place your camera at eye level. All of us have seen people in meetings where the camera is down here and you're looking up someone's nose. Make sure that you're not the person who's getting the nose exam. Make sure that your camera is eye level, right? Joe?
All right, and I'm going to add to a few more things here to consider. Number one, if you're in a Zoom meeting, please use the mute. Unfortunately, I've been in several meetings where for the first 4 or 5 minutes, the facilitator is saying to everybody, hey, will you mute yourself? Will you mute yourself? Because here, some of these leaders, some of the facilitators, They don't know they can mute all of you. And the first 4 or 5 minutes is all about getting everybody muted. Look, start the meeting off, mute yourself. That way, people aren't going to hear you. And just because they can't see the plate of food below your camera, they can see it when you put it in your mouth. So please don't eat during the meeting. Eating during a meeting, it's going to echo over your microphone if you don't have mute on. And even if you do, trust me, everybody in the live meeting and everybody on Zoom is going to be focusing on your little square while you're chewing and sucking in pasta. So please don't eat during the meeting.
And a couple more things. First, don't do other things while you're in a meeting. You wouldn't if you were in a meeting in person with everybody, so don't do other things while you're in the meeting. You want to stay focused. You should have an agenda. You should have all of the information you need to know how long this meeting's going to take. So just stay focused, and that will make you an incredible participant in this meeting if you're doing it on camera.
Whoa, Carolyn, wait a minute. I want to remind them of something. You know, when you're working on virtual platforms, your internet connection is a lot more important than you think. So make sure you check your connection. You can go on and check on speed test or Ookla, whatever. But if you're hardwired, I'm telling you, it's going to be a better connection. You're not going to cut out. And if it's your day to present, you want to make sure you're not losing your signal. You want to make sure that you're not freezing on the screen. So please check your internet connection. Make sure your computer memory is good. And you can run a test on most of the apps, most of the virtual platforms. They have a way to test your system to make sure it's running. Please use it. And also, too, the last thing we want to remind you of, and Carolyn said, when you have a meeting, you're going to have an agenda, and hopefully you'll have it in advance. When you're attending a meeting via Zoom or GoToMeeting, or any other virtual platform, Windstream, they're all generally going to be the same because it's going to be you connected to a real world or the real world connected to a virtual world. And what these virtual platforms provide is an opportunity for us all to be in the same room. But if you look at that agenda and you've worked on that agenda and you're ready to participate in a meeting, you are going to be a valuable asset in that meeting. And the message will be clear that even though you're working remotely, you are up to speed and prepared if you make sure that you are ready to go, because that'll make everybody else in the room much more comfortable knowing that you're not just sitting home eating popcorn and watching movies while they're all in the office working. And let's be honest, reality sets in. You need to send a message that you're at the top of your game and you're ready to be a part of a solid, effective meeting. Go knock them dead in your next meeting and have a great time.